Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome to Sandy's Library. I'm Sandy, and we're back today to do another reading for Twin Flames and Separation. And if you've never watched one of my readings, please check the description. It'll help you to better understand me and the way that I read the cards. We're going to get started, but first I just want to remind you guys about my dogs. And they're a little rambunctious today, so I hope they don't start barking, but if they do, we'll try to deal with it. But right now we're going to play our Scrabble game and see if we can find out who we might be talking to today from the group that we're going to be tapping into. So, let's see. Oh, it's okay. Dagger is sitting in my lap today, and she has some asthma problems. You guys can probably hear her. She got a little bit of asthma problems. I have sinus problems, and she has asthma problems. We're a pair, aren't we? Okay, so we have an F and a W. So, if you can identify with F or W in any way, first, middle, last initial, could be a geographic location, then this could be a message for you. Neither mine nor Dagger's meds seem to be working. So, we're a pair. My sinuses and her asthma. But she'd be okay. F or W. And so we have our message from Spirit to kick things off. We have some divine masculine energies in this Gilded Tarot deck, and some divine feminine energies in this Everyday Witch Tarot deck. And we're going to be supplementing these with our in-house oracle decks. Just want to give a shout out to Sarah's Tarot. She's responsible for our oracle decks. And so let's get started and see what our message from Spirit is. If you want to experience the light of love, you have to stand where it's shining. That's very true. And if there ain't love where you're standing, then I'd find a new spot to... Oh, Dagger. I'd find a new spot to stand in. Okay, so we're going to take our divine feminine energies and we're going to set her aside for a second. We're going to take a look at the divine masculine. And I just want to, quickly remind you guys that when I say masculine and feminine energies, I'm not talking about man or woman, male or female. It's got nothing to do with gender, and it's all about energy. So don't get wrapped up in the pronouns that I use, because I personally am a divine feminine. Are you doing that for my attention? It's like every time I come down and pet her head, she stops. She's pretty smart, y'all. Okay, so we have 7 of Cups. We have the High Priestess, and we have the Knight of Cups. So let me just grab myself a drink of water. Okay? Just give me 1 second. Sorry, guys. I just really needed to lubricate my throat. Keeps me from coughing so much. Okay, so my guides are giving me the energies of Cancer, Leo, and Pisces. Yep. Okay, so my guides and I, we like to call this card the wishful thinking card. And I mean, look, there are so many cups here, and they're filled with all these beautiful and wondrous things that make our lives happy, enjoyable, and complete. The trouble is that some of these cups are always going to remain entirely out of reach. But that hasn't stopped the Divine Masculine from wishing for them anyway. I mean, you know, once you've tasted those cups, it's hard to let them go. You know what I mean? And he says that he may be wrapped up in his folly, but now he realizes that he chose wrong in the past. Now he sees that he should have followed his heart. Yeah, that's what he's saying. And you know what? It looks like he might decide to do just that. Because, you know, while this card is all about feminine introspection, our Divine Masculine has been doing a lot of that here in the 3D. That's what my guides are telling me. He knows what he wants now. And he says that what he wants is this. Yeah, love is definitely in the air for our Divine Masculine. Where you are concerned, big time. He wants his Divine Feminine. He's telling me that he wants another chance to start over. He wants to right what he did wrong back here in this Seven of Cups energy. Yeah, that's what he's saying. He says he gets it now because of all this introspection that he's been doing here in this feminine energy. Spirit has helped him see the light. And boy, now he's all caught up in it. Yes, he is. He's all caught up in it. Okay, so, Divine Masculine, we know where you are in your headspace. But if you could actually talk to the Divine Feminine here in the 3D, what would you say to her? That's what we want to know. Shit. Sorry, guys. Yep. One of my cognitive issues. I have no filters, and so curse words fly out of my mouth. Sorry, guys. That's the way it is. But I can't worry myself about what I can't control now. I just can't do it. It drives me crazy to do that. And look, y'all, I'm crazy enough. They already told me. Well aware of the fact that I'm crazy. He says, I convinced myself a long time ago that whatever existed between us was over and done with. You know, there's a saying, and it's like, methinks he doth protest too much. Yeah. I think you tried to convince yourself a long time ago. He says, your smile has a way of luring me in. Yeah, we kind of got that over here. Let's see. One more. Y'all remember what I said. He says, I convinced myself a long time ago that whatever existed between us was over and done. Right? Remember that? Now he says, I was fooling myself, but was I fooling you? Well, I don't know about your divine feminine, but you weren't fooling me. Don't know about your divine feminine, but you weren't fooling me. So, and my gut says you weren't fooling her either. That's what my gut says. Okay, we're gonna go into this oracle deck, and guys, just a quick note. This deck, Crazy for You, is based on my first book, and this deck is based on my last book, If I Had Married You. And the messages come from the book or were inspired by the books. So, sometimes I really take into account the energy that the characters were in when these energies were written into the books. But anyways, just wanted to let y'all know that. He says, besides chocolate, you're my favorite. You know, I keep pulling the same cards out. And these cards, there's a lot of cards in these decks, but I keep pulling the same ones out. That's why I urge you guys to watch the flip throughs if you're curious as to what's actually inside them. Okay, he says, I know I always try to hide what's really going on inside of me. Yeah, we got that back here. We got that back here. We know you're trying to hide what's going on inside of you. We know that. I wish I could turn back the clock. I'd find you sooner and love you longer this time. So yeah, he's just all wrapped up in it, you know. He's still got a bit of that wishful thinking energy going on there too for himself. Yeah, he's just, he may not have known it before, Divine Feminine, but he sure as shit knows it now. And we're going to check in with Divine Feminine here and find out if is he too late, or is he on time, or did he just screw up so bad the first time that he don't get a second chance? Alright, so here we go, Divine Feminine. I think Dagger's sleeping now, so hopefully she'll be better. We have the Hermit, the High Priestess, and the Ace of Cups. But, you know, Dagger is sleeping, so she may start snoring. Just trying to clue y'all in. Charlie's the one that usually sits up here, but he's roaming the house today because the doors are open to the office. Nobody's here besides myself and one member of Sandy's crew. Anyway, my guides say, quit jabbering and let's go. Alright, so they're telling me Virgo, Pisces, and Gemini energies. Okay? And man, you guys are really mirroring each other here. Good Lord. I mean, I feel like the Divine Feminine is in much the same place as the Divine Masculine was over here in the Seven of Cups energy, except that the Hermit brings with it a much more stabilizing, maybe that's a good word, stabilizing energy. Yeah. She has gone inside for inner strength. Our Divine Feminine has. And boy, has she found it. My goodness. you know. She's in hermit mode, and she's been in touch with spirit. She's not the only one who's been channeling her inner strength and wisdom. You know what I mean? I mean the divine masculine. Sorry. Divine masculine isn't the only one who's been doing that. She's doing that too. Boy, is she ever. Sorry guys. I'm fixated on that. Sorry. But you know what she found when she came out on the other side of it? She found out that she wants this. She wants her happily ever after, complete with babies and all. And I feel like pretty much that's where you guys are headed, or could be headed, if the divine masculine could find his way out of this wishful thinking energy. But I'm feeling like that he's developing a solid plan to win you back. But he just wants to know if you're receptive. That's what he says. He wants to know if you're receptive. So, divine feminine, are you? What would you say to the divine masculine here in the 3D if you could talk to him? And right now the divine feminine is telling me, well, it depends on what he would say. Okay, well, okay. He wishes he could turn back the clock. He knows he tries to hide what's going on inside of him. He convinced himself things were over, but he was fooling himself, but was he fooling you? And your smile has a way of luring him in. And besides chocolate, you're his favorite. So, I think you've heard from him. So, let's let him hear from you. Okay? And if there's anything that's not pretty that you want to say, it might come out in this deck before that one, because of the energies. She says, I know in my heart that you can never forgive me. Forgive you for what? What you do. She says, I hide behind my sunglasses because I don't want you to see the truth inside my eyes. What happened? She says, I didn't want to be responsible for robbing you of your dreams. Do we have one of these rare instances where we might be talking to a divine feminine who did the ghosting? Not the ghosting, I'm sorry. Not the ghosting, but the running first. Because usually, guys, when I tap into these groups, I can't even remember the last time that I talked to a divine feminine who was the runner first. What? She says that she didn't want to be responsible for robbing him of his dreams. So she's either noble or she wants you to think she's noble. I don't feel any bad energy from her or anything, so I feel like that she means that in the best of ways. That's what I'm feeling. She says, strangers would never guess that my heart is crying over you. Okay. She says, I'll never stop loving you. So, any divine feminines out there who didn't follow course and became the first runner? I mean, well, over the course of my life, I've met a few divine feminines. I mean, at the time, I didn't know what that was. I mean, it's only been in the past 5 or 6 years that I've known what a divine feminine and a divine masculine is. But now that I look back, I realize I've met several who became the runner first. So, but we're going to use our Lonely Days and Lonely Nights deck, and we're going to see if they want to have a conversation that we can eavesdrop on. Yeah, that's basically. Y'all know me, I'm nosy. Nosy, and I curse a lot. Sorry. But, I want to see if they'll talk to one another. And, you know, lately, during this phase, you know, we've been getting some people from the group step forward to pop a message out. So we'll try to interpret these as we see them. But the Divine Masculine says, please forgive me. Okay. Divine Feminine. She says, I don't want to watch you play house with someone else. I'm not getting that he's with someone, so let's see. Your beauty still mesmerizes me. That feels like him. I'm gonna sit this over here for a second. Let's see if we can. She says, I know you cared more than you let on. Okay, this feels like she's trying to respond to him. She says, daily I fight the urge to text you. No, this is both Divine Feminines. So, do you? She does, she does. She says she does, but she wants him to come forward and make a move toward her. He says, I'm sorry I didn't follow my heart. Yeah, wasn't he telling us that back in the beginning? That he knows now that he should have followed his heart? She says, I wish I could spend one more day with you. So, this is for you guys. I mean, I'm going to give this one shot to see if I can find out who this might be. Oh, okay. These two look like they might go together. He said, because remember she said, I don't want to watch you play house with someone else. And then he says, I'm mad at myself for treating you the way I did. So this looks like one of those couples jumping out to try to get a message to each other. So, okay, we're going to go with that. I feel like, though, that, you know, I'm just trying to grasp and gather. You know, he's so all up in his headspace. You know what I mean? He's so up in his headspace. And he so wants his Divine Feminine, but I'm just not feeling like he's got, he's just not moving. He wants it, he's just not moving. And I was digging for this because remember what Spirit said at the beginning. If you want to experience the light of love, you have to stand where it's shining. Yeah, I just want to remind him of that, you know? Because I feel like the Divine Masculine better get off his butt here in the 3D and go stand where this light is shining. And you know what? You better hurry up and do that, because before somebody else sees this light that's standing there waiting for you and they decide to step into it, and you know what? The next thing you know, somebody else is going to be married to your wife. Uh-huh. Yep. That's what I think. You better get on it. Let's see. Let's see what Spirit wants to tell us before we wrap up here. Yeah. But dude, I've got some Divine Masculine in the group all stepping forward now. And they're all like, you know, you really don't want to experience that. You don't want to sit around and watch some other guy be married to your divine partner. Some other guy or girl be married to your divine partner. I'm having trouble shuffling these, so I'm just going to slide them out and Will Beth tell me what to do. She wants me to take this loner over here. Huh? She says, twin flames are connected on the soul level via the heart. So it doesn't matter what they do or how far away they go. They will always be haunted by the other. So, better get busy, mister. Divine timing is not on a schedule, yet no union happens before its time. So what they're telling us is some folks in the group aren't quite ready for this union that these two are definitely ready for. If the Divine Masculine just get up off his butt, get over there and go claim his wife. Okay? That's all you got to do, dude. Just get up there and go claim your wife. Alrighty, so, y'all know me. I like to play games, and I'm nosy. So we're going to find out if he's actually going to get up off of his butt. Now, and make contact with her. Now, I'm not overlooking the fact, because she said some back there, sorry, the words don't always come out in the order they're supposed to. Sorry, guys. But she said back in these cards back here that daily she fights the urge to text him. So, dude, don't you make her be the one to make that contact. You might contact her. Don't make her be the one to contact you. Look, I feel like she's doing okay where she is. You know, I feel like she's doing okay where she is. You're the one sitting up here in the Seven of Cups wishful thinking energy. So, you make the effort. And she's alright where she is. She knows what's what. She's not as caught up in this as you are. Oh, trust me, she wants it. She's just not as caught up in it as you are. Not caught up in the wishful thinking energy of it anyway. But we have the little turtle. I pulled the little turtle out. And the turtle is for May. Is my little card key for the months that I assigned the charms to, because I can't remember. So, looks like we're going to get some contact in May. Alrighty, well, I guess that about covers it, y'all. Dagger, you want to say hi? You want to say hi? This is Dagger. She's been sitting here so peacefully after she went to sleep. Okay, so anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Thanks for taking the time to view it, and be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell as we upload a brand new reading every day. Wishing you peace, love, and happiness. Later, Gators.